Morning, everybody. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend and have a great Monday. We got Money in the Bank 2025. All right. Joe isn't able to make it today, so I'm going solo. Start off with women's Money in the Bank. Oh, let me start by saying, very good show overall. Even without the surprise at the end, very good Money in the Bank. It was solid matches all throughout. Women's Money in the Bank had Rhea Ripley, Lexi Bliss, Naomi, Roxanne Perez, Julia, and Stephanie Vaquer. I think most people were expecting Rhea Ripley to win, maybe Alexa. But seeing Naomi take it home, very interesting. Especially with her, sorry, the dogs. Her little storyline with Jade and Bianca going on. And maybe something going on with, what's her face, big girl. So it's interesting to see where they're going to go with Naomi here. Surprise IC title match with Dom and Octagon Jr. Dom retaining. The women's IC title, Lyra versus Becky. Lyra is definitely getting better. She's definitely getting over, and being able to work with Becky is definitely helping her. Becky definitely took under her wing. This is just Becky winning. I think is just a check mark for checking the box for her. All right. Getting one more belt under her belt, so to speak. She didn't need it though, but I like Becky, so I don't hate it. It gives Lyra something. It benefits Lyra more to lose than Becky to win it. If that makes sense. The men's Money in the Bank. We had LA Knight, Seth Rollins, Grande Americano, Chad Gable, Andrade, Penta, and Solo Sokola. Or as my wife Kay likes to call him, Willem Sonoma. No real shock that Seth won. The only other person that I think anybody would not have been surprised by if they had won would have been LA Knight. And I think his time is coming. He really needs. I know it's no shocker, but he's been on fire. He's been popping for a while, so he needs a good run. And finally, we got John Cena and Logan Paul versus Cody and Jay. Obviously, Jay and Cody won that one. Logan Paul, still not crazy about him being there, but he's there. And Cena, he has a golden ticket in his last year to do what he needs. But it's good to see that he's helping put everybody else over and solidifying Cody and Jay. And then the surprise shock at the end of that match. That was a very good match too, I think. It was but the icing on the cake for the entire show. If anybody hasn't seen it yet, spoiler, R-Truth is back. I was saying, I think I said last week that it was, I think it was a work. Like, they had us going, if they wanted to gauge the feeling by it, and they realized, yeah, we have to keep Ron around. They wanted to see how it felt, and we told them, and they kept him. The Cody Crybaby strike again. But with all the releases over the last couple weeks, when they announced this, when they announced, his contract is up, we're not re-signing him, and people lost their damn minds. It wasn't like Carlito, which I always liked Carlito. And when the people say that, Carlito didn't do anything when he was there, he did a lot. He wasn't necessarily there to wrestle or make a title run. He was there as a mentor role, a veteran role. And I think he was there for Dom more than anybody else. Help guide him, give him tips. And he already knew, they had to know going in. He had to know going in that, it was a year, 2 years, whatever the case was. And this is our goal. This is what we wanted to accomplish. And he was all on board. But then to see R-Truth or Ron Killings come back and to attack John Cena. I was watching on my phone at work, and I was like, the hell? And as soon as I saw, and I say this respectfully, a little bit of black pop out from underneath the collar, I was like, no way. I was like, no. He picks up the belt, takes that mask off, and it's Ron, the Truth Killings, just staring at the camera. That place popped. It was exploded. Anybody ever hear or talk about the Road Warrior pop? Especially younger kids that never heard that. That was on that level. Because everybody was ready to riot. So, I know I said last time my thought was, maybe he comes out, he's off TV for a while, he gets a Legends deal, he comes back at Royal Rumble, has one last run, and it pops. Excuse me. I was already expecting him to come back. I was expecting that they were fucking with us. But for him to come back like that, man, that was good. Whoever had that idea, and I don't know if it was Triple H or the other boys in the back, good job, guys. That was primo stuff right there. So I don't know where they would be going with it. It would be amazing to see R-Truth or Ron Killings dethrone Cena. Months or weeks of chasing, whether it's SummerSlam, Survivor Series, to have R-Truth have some semblance of a run. Give him a couple weeks, a few months would be gold on his way out. Because he's a Hall of Famer in anybody's book. Former NWA champ, multiple time US champ, 24/7 title winner like 30 times. But he extremely talented, extremely good on the mic. I don't think I ever heard anybody say a bad word about Ron Killings. So, those are just my thoughts on Money in the Bank altogether. I look forward to seeing what they're doing with Naomi, what the plans are there. I can see Lyra continuing to chase Becky. And Seth, again, like I said, I'm not surprised that Seth won. I also wouldn't have been surprised if it was LA Knight. But, Seth is definitely going to be going if I had to put my money on it, he'd be going out to Jay. You know, or his heavyweight title, as he likes to put it. Cena's going to be wrapped up with R-Truth, and they know that. So, and then Naomi, I'm not sure exactly where they're going to be going with it. Like, is she going to hold on to it for a while? A year? And then cash it in? You know, and who's going to be champion at that time? You know, I can't see right now her going after Becky. So I'm like, is Bianca going to get the title back and go after her? Are they going to really push Jade? You know, but Naomi's going to be lingering out in the background there. So, looking forward to seeing what they're going to be doing. I like the trajectory that they have going. So, until next time, guys. Peace out.